Good morning. My name is Harry Jacobs, and I am the North of 60 Gamer, and this is the North of 60 Gaming channel, so welcome aboard this morning. It is morning for me. It's just about 7 o'clock in the morning. I do most of my videoing this time of the morning because it's quiet around the house. Shh, everybody's sleeping, especially on Saturday. Sorry about the glare off the top of my head. Apparently my wife decided to give me a haircut. What can I say? But today, I am very excited to be playing Die in the Dungeon. I did an unboxing the other day. This is a fabulous, quick, easy to play game by Wes Woodbury from Fundamental Games. In fact, we're practically neighbors. No, we're both Canadians, and I live way north. So anywhere south of me is pretty much neighborly. But anyway, let's get to the game real quick. We'll explain the rules. I'll do the setup, show you the setup, explain the rules, and just dive right in. There's really not a lot of rules, but there's a lot of dice rolling. So let's get to it. If you like what you see today, will you please like? If you don't want to miss anything, please subscribe. Better yet, get notifications. Hit the bell. Woo! Anyway, folks, let's get to the table. Wow. Trying to squeeze everything into this table was pretty hard and try to get the lighting right. There's a little glare up here, and I'm sorry for that, but this room, as I've said before, is quite small, and there's a lot of reflection. So I have set up the game. Setup is pretty easy. I am using the rookies, which is the second scenario. The first scenario was just an introduction, and I felt I wanted to give it a little bit more. So the basic setup is I've chosen the die rake. Here he is here. Is an acrylic token. That is really neat. Now, unfortunately, I guess we could leave him like that. It's a little bit awkward, but that's okay. You'll see him better. We are on the start space in the center. The rules go through how to set this up. Mainly, these are level 1s with a few level 2s thrown in, and basically what that means is when you're pulling monsters, you can see a slight, so here we have a level 1 and a level 2 monster here. And if I get my thumbs out of the way, you can see the difference. Bring it up just a bit more. You can see the difference. 4 versus 6, 2 versus 4, 1 versus 2 for magic, agility, and might. So we'll be seeing some more of these monsters as we go along. We have our Diemons put out. These are our little tokens. So on the board are two 8s, and they are two-sided, so you can actually have a representation of a monster. If you prefer, you can use either side. But what this is it'll allow me to use a D8 if I fail a test or a fight. I can add that value to the value that I already rolled. These give me +2 to various abilities that are on my board. We have time, which starts at 20. And the ability starts at 1, and then I'm going to place these 4 dice. So I'm just going to put it on pause for a second, and we're going to sort of come down a little bit closer so you can see what I'm doing. So here you're seeing the die rake. He has 2 abilities that can be triggered by the ability dice. He has a dice hoard. So for one, I can place a dice on this ability and set it to 1. If there's already a dice here, increases value by 1 instead. This is dice hurl. So for 3 ability points, I can roll dice, and I will be able to get rid of non-epic heroes by rolling the dice, taking the total, and dividing it by 5. This could be a very powerful ability in this dungeon, because I must get to 30 pips, basically, or destroy 30 monsters. So basically, I have to get up to this level. And the way that works is that every time I kill a monster, I'm going to add 1 to a dice. And then when I get to 6 experience, I will actually put that dice here. And I can use that pip to manipulate up or down my dice roll. And we'll explain more about dice rolls as we go. So basically, I'm going to have to fill out once, if I use it and use the dice up, I will move it to the left. I'll store them on the right. The way this works is as I use them, now I can adjust any dice roll, mine, the heroes, or an ability roll, And then it goes down, and then again it gets moved off. And then each dice gets a little bit more powerful. I basically have to have all the dice up to here to win. I'm just filling them out so you can see. So I have to actually have all those dice. I have dice off to my side. Here's the sequence of the play, and we'll go through this. We'll follow this pretty closely. It really works. There it is. There's your turn sequence. And we'll go through that as we go. So the first thing I need to do is actually set up and make the hard decisions about how I want to set up my die rake with. So we have an 8 and a 6. So we have combat and health. Health is going to be important, and it goes along with time. If I ever run out of time or I run out of health, I lose the game. If I lose health, I can decide, depending on the fight, and we'll go over this once we do that, I could lose the type of fight. So if a hero hits me with might, I can reduce my might down by 1, but I can also raise this up by various things along in here, which will allow me to actually upgrade my dice through the game. And there's some rules around that, and we'll talk about that. Now, I think I'm going to go with 10 for health. As a die rake, I think he would be agility. Might, this is a hard decision because I don't want to undersell, but wizards are wimps, but they can hit hard. So actually, I'm going to go this route. So I'm going to put 12 here on my might, 6 on my magic, 8 on my agility, and 10 on my health. We can only hope. Now I just want to take a moment to show you the dungeon just up a little closer. And we'll play with the views as we go. But we're ready to go, and we're ready to play. Basically, what happens in a turn is I'm going to gain an ability point, which means I'm going to put my D4 up 1. Then I can rest. At any point I can rest, which means I can spend time to get 1 hit point back, up to 3. Then I can spend my ability point. I'm going to lose a time every turn. Then I'm going to choose an unexplored, unflipped tile that is adjacent to any previously unexplored tile. So movement's not really a big issue here. If the tile has a token, take it. Those are the Diemon tokens. Then we have to complete the event. It could be a fight, it could be a trap, it could be something good, or a little bit of both. Then we're going to battle the hero tokens, or battle the heroes that are represented on our tiles, and then we're going to move on to the completed tile at the very end. The bad news is that when you get a group of a specific heroes, and I'll just show you this in the rule book here. Let's pull the rule book out. There it is here on this last page here, and we'll, oops. This would have been a nice if they had put this into a reference guide here. But basically you have more than one hero, and we'll go over this if it happens. They will get an ability at the beginning of the fight, like the wizard. If there's for each wizard beyond the first in a party, you're going to lose more time. So you really don't want to lose. You run into a bunch of wizards, which can happen in this game. Fighters give you more might. Rogues give you additional agility attacks, so they'll get like 2 or 3 agility attacks. We won't be playing with the epic heroes today. And clerics can give you some protection. So we will be using that as well. I'm just going to put it off to the side and we will read it. So that is basically what the game is all about. And let's get into it. It's a pretty quick game, though I might be slow. So let's head out and we'll discuss the rules as we come along. So let's go. So like always, I kind of misspoke. On the back of the monster cards, they do have the reference guide. Shame on me, but here it is. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is gain an ability point. So I'm going to go from 1 to 2. Now the only thing is I have big fumble fingers, So I can take an optional rest. I don't need to do that. I've just started the game. I may use an ability point. Well, I'm certainly going to use my ability point, and I'm going to put a D6. At this point in time, if I was to trigger that, it'd be a D4. I don't know if the white dice will give you a better view on this or not. Let's just take a look and see what looks better. Definitely, I can't even see that. Okay, we'll just go with the black dice. You can see the one pip there. Okay, next up is choose an unexplored tile to choose an unexplored tile. I am going to right away. I think we'll go down here to the ability. So we're going to take this token. We're going to put that on. We don't need to use that yet, though I can. I can also use this to mitigate damage. This is going to be the tough part, is to turn over this without destroying everything. So this is actually a clear tile. Now I should have lost the time, because lose one time, and then this one actually gains the time. So actually we did really well in our first turn that we didn't lose a time factor here. We don't battle any heroes. And so we're going to move on to the completed tile. Just like that. That's really good for us so far, but we haven't defeated any heroes, but we haven't lost any time yet. That as quick as the turn is, the next thing we're going to do is go back. We're going to gain that ability point again. So I'm going to gain the ability point, but I'm going to actually put this up. So I'm still down to 1 ability point. We're going to lose a time, so we're actually going to go down to 19. And then we are going to pick up a tile. We're going to start to move around. So let's pick up this tile here. There is no token on it. This is archers. Roll the die type for each Diemon you control. If it rolls a 1 or 2, destroy it. I don't actually have a Diemon at this point. The Diemons would be the ones with the dice. So that's not a problem for us. And then we're going to fight 2 level 1 rogues. So I have pulled the 2 level 1 rogues. As you can see, they are a 2 in might. So they're going to defend with 4. They're going to attack with a D8. And they defend 1 magic. So we're going to just put them down here. Just a little bit out of sight. You really can't see them. And the first thing they're going to do is we're going to go through the combat sequence, which is on the back of this card. So the first thing I can do is I can spend an ability point. Oh, and they have a multiple effect. So we have to look up what the multiple effect is. So let's just take a look. For each road in the party beyond the first, the hero performs 1 additional agility attacks for the first round of combat. So they actually get 2 attacks. They are going to attack with a D8. Picking the right dice. So the way this works is, I have an 8, so they have to basically hit an 8 on this dice. They have to crit. The highest level is always a crit. Now, if I had put the 6, all they would have to do is be better than this 6 or more. So we're going to roll the dice, and that is a 6 for the first one, which they didn't get, and a 2. Oh, you can't see that. Okay, so we're going to have to do that. So that you can see that's a 2. The last one was a 6. So they don't hit. Then I get the choice of what I want to attack. So I have a D12. So I can attack them. They would defend with 4. So basically I would have to do greater than 4. 8 and 8. So I would have to deal an 8. Or 6, it would be 2. So if you look at the rogue, you can see 2, 4, 2, but because they're together, I would add them up. If they had hit me for 10 or more, which would be impossible because there's only 2 of them, that would not hurt me. So I'm going to roll my D12, or I'm going to roll a D12, if I can find a D12. And what I basically have to do is hit greater than 4. I hit an 8. So one of these would go away. put him back in the pile. I would get my first pip. Now remember, it has to be 6 before I can do anything. I made my attack. We're going to repeat the steps. So we don't have a multi-effect at this point. He rolls a d4. The only way he can hit me is if he hits a 4. And that is a 3. So he does not hit me. Basically, I will roll my d12 again. And just do that a little closer. I hit a 12, which means I've killed him. I get a 2. We're well on our way. And that is the first step. And then what we do at the end is we move him here. And then the whole sequence starts again. You can see how quickly this game can be fairly quick. I think I'd like to go after one of these Diemons eventually. But let's give us some options. We want to get to these, clear off the side. We have to kill approximately, well, 6 times. If you got to get 6 5s, it's 30 monsters, 30 guys. So we're going to have to defeat 30 monsters. So this is protect. Monsters must be defeated twice. And this is a barbarian, a fighter, level 1, and a cleric. Now clerics, whoops, not a level 2 cleric though. Level 1 cleric. Now clerics don't have the ability to actually attack, but they do support. So if you look at the cleric, he's a 2/2/2 and he just adds his stats. The might stat is the barbarian. He is a 4/1, so he's going to attack with a d6. There are no multiple bonuses here for that. Again, the might. So he's going to attack with a d6. The only way he can hit me is with a natural 6 or a crit. And he rolls a 4. 4, 6. The d12, so I'm going to fight him with my might. Now, the one thing I did forget to do is actually go up and, because it's the 3rd, so we'll actually put him on 3. You can't see it. That is a 3. The pips are gone. I rolled a 1, which means I didn't hit at all. So, big swish. We come back around. It's the same thing again. 3, he does not hit me. I hit 11. I hit him. So I'm going to kill the cleric. I get up on this dice to a 3. We're climbing the ladder. This guy is going to go down to a d4. The only way he's going to hit me is if he does a 4. It is a 1. D4, unfortunately, is hard to tell because of the way d4 dice are created. I can roll, basically all I need to do is roll anything greater than a 4. I did. He dies. Off to the death pile he goes. We are now sitting at 4. There we go. And then we move on to this tile. That is the end of that turn. The first thing we're going to do, get an agility. We don't have to take a rest. We're going to use my agility to put my dice up to a 4. So from 3 to 4. We're going to lose a time, which we haven't really done. So we should be 2 in. So we should be down to 17 now. Please remind me when I don't, because remember we got our 20 back. So this would have been 19, 18, and this guy will be 17. We're going to choose this tile. Doesn't have a token. We're going to turn it over. Oh my gosh. Gain 2 magic. Upgrade if you exceed your max. That's kind of the good news. The bad news is 4 wizards. That's not good. So my 6, I gain 2, which puts me up to a level 8. Or an D8. There we are. That's good, but not that good. Okay. The problem with wizards, especially 4 of them, is that they're gonna hit me with a +3 time loss here. So let's just pull out a wizard. And they are very strong in magic. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they defend very weakly in might. Don't do too bad in agility. Oh, this is a level 2. We'll fix that. And you can see 6, 6, 6. So he's going to roll a d20. And he attacks on magic, which is kind of my weakest. So that's not necessarily a good thing in terms of I'm just looking for the correct magic guy. 2, 2. There he is. 1. Okay. So we got an upgrade. So we're going to go over to our sequence. The multiples take effect. I'm going to go quickly down from 17 to 14. 16, 15, 14. Yeah, right down to 14. Now that hurts. So what I'm going to do is I have four of these wizards to take care of. I think what I'm going to do, let me use my ability. So I'm going to use my 3 points of my ability here. Oh, I would have only had 2 if I used that. So actually, I don't have any to do that. I could go, yes, I could. I'm going to spend my ability chit here to bump my dice up to 3 and then take this off right now because I'm going to use it. And then I'm going to roll a d4. A 4, oh my gosh, a 4, and that comes off as well, a 6, or an 8 I should say, basically everything but a d20 really. Okay, I don't know what the double 4s are, d4, d6, a 6, and a 10. Oh, it's a misprint. That should be 5. We're going to have to tell them about that. So we have a misprint on the board. That should be 5, not 4. So we have a D4, a D6, a D8, and D10. And if I'm going to roll the dice and add them all together, and hopefully we're going to be able to take out a number of these wizards very, very quickly. So we have 9, 10, 14, and 2, which is 16. So if you divide that, actually we just took care of 3 wizards right off the bat without even doing anything. So 4, 5, 6, which will give me the first dice here. And we will down 1 here. So we're starting working on our first dice, the second dice. That was very convenient. If I can find the 1, it would be very convenient. There we go. So one of the things I failed to mention at the beginning of the game is that I do have 4 abilities that I can use throughout the game. I can use them once, as opposed to the die rate here where I can use that throughout the game. We have a dice high for the remainder of the game. Each time you are hit, you may roll a matching die type. If you roll that max value, you do not take any damage. Ooh, I might try to get to 4. Maximize. Gain up to 3 combined stat points to your might ability, but you may not update. So there's some good ways of doing something. Devour dice. Very situational. Perfect. So, the wizard is going to attack first. He gets a die 6, d6. If I can pick up my... These d4s are killing me, man. Okay, we're going to roll. He basically has to have a roll of 6. And he does. Which means I'm going to take a hit somewhere. I think we'll take a life. We're coming up to the life area, so we're going to take the life, a life. 9. Now I'm going to attack him basically with my D12 for combat. Basically anything greater than a 1 will get rid of him. And of course, I roll a 1. Swish! Okay. Shades of yesterday's game where they just hit like 5 crits in a row. So basically we're going to do this again. 3, he does not hit, which is good news for me. We're going to roll our 12. As long as it's not a 1, it's a 7. We're good. We take care of our wizard. He is out of here. We get the bump on our dice. We'll move over to here, and it's all good. I'm going to make my way up to my heart token. Now, I don't have any tokens here to take away damage, so that could be perhaps an issue later on. Actually, I wouldn't mind updating my agility too. So we are done the combat sequence. We're going to flip it over. We're going to gain an ability point. That's going to take us to 1. It's going to take a while to get us back up. We're not going to heal at this point. We're going to lose a time. We're taking us down to 13. I think this is going to be a push for this game. And then we're going to choose an unexplored tile right here. We're making our way up to these. Oh my god. When you win this combat, acquire the Kobold Ally card. Well, that's good. However, it is a tough fight. It's got two fighters and 2 clerics. And it is a level 1. So we're just going to find those. So we are ready to fight. So we are level 1s. So we have a strength fight coming up. As you can see, they're 4/4 plus the 2 clerics. So actually, he is going to hit us with a D12 off the bat. So I don't have much to do here other than I'm going to get hit. He's going to roll a D12 against my D12. So basically that means that if he rolls, he has to roll a 12 to hit me. And he rolled a 10, which is good because he missed. Now my best, unfortunately, might just be the 2, 4, 6 magic. I have an 8, so I have to beat him 6. This is going to be a tough fight for me. Or 2, 4, 6, 8 agility. Wow. So magic might be the best way to go here, which is a D8 for me. And I got to get basically a 7 or 8 to hit him. This is going to be a nasty fight, and I don't know whether we'll live through this or not. First, I have to find a D8. There's a D8. I have 1 agility point, and that is all I got. What's the 1 agility point here? 1. Devour dice. Play this ability when you are hit by any hero attack. Ignore the damage if you would gain 1 health instead. Wow. I don't know, guys. Let's just go. So I basically have to roll a 2, 4, 6, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, I'm going to roll a magic. That's what I'm rolling. I have to roll a... And I just went off onto the floor. So we're going to roll that again. Hopefully we actually put it in the box. 1. So I hit him for nothing. So this might be a long fight. Okay. 4. So he doesn't hit me. He does need a 12. I hit an 8. So I actually hit him. Phew. So we're going to take out one of these clerics. Actually, we're going to take out one of these, this guy. It's going to make him a little bit, actually not, because he has to roll a 12. Let's get rid of the cleric. We'll put this to a 3. A 3, okay, it is his turn. Now he rolls a D10. He still has to, so actually he has to roll a 10 to hit me. He does not. He rolls a 4. I am still on a D. I'm still going to hit him on magic, which is 2. He's up to 4 now. So basically, all I have to do is hit him with a 5, 6, 7, or 8. And I probably should have kept my D8 handy. So we're going to have to roll a 7 or 8 to take him out on our magic. God, jeez. Try this again. We were down to 14. We should be down to 14, 13 actually. Where is that? Now that we've destroyed our box, okay, here we go. We're going to try. We have to take 4, so we have to have basically 4 more. 7. That is good. Let's say take out one of these bigger guys. We put up our dice. We are now at 4, so we're getting there. He has 6, so he's going to roll a d6. 2, he does not hit me. I'm still going to hit him with the magic, which is the 8-sided dice, and I should be keeping that handy. So I need a 3 or more. Nope. Swish. We'll just put that over here so we don't lose it. He needs a 6. Nope. 8. I've got him. Let's get rid of the clerk. Now, I didn't do one thing, and I forgot, is that I should have been -2 on the agility. So I would have lost right away because of the extra clerk. And then the rogue +1. Should have gotten some +1s, so I made a mistake here, guys. I don't think it would have affected it that badly, but on the first roll, he would have got a +1 if he had multiple barbarians. So I don't think that's a bad, because I don't think he's really done any damage that is significant here. So I don't think that was terrible for me. But I do have to remember next time that each fighter in the party beyond 1 adds might and agility attack rolls +1 bonus after rolling. If he hits 10 or more, which he hasn't yet, that would have been a problem. So we're good. It's not terrible. It's just I did make a mistake. It is a new game. We tend to make mistakes in new games. He does hit 4, so he's actually going to take me down. We're getting close to that life. I'm going to take the life right now. It is my turn. Now I am going to hit him with my magic again, a d8. The reason why, because I only need basically a 1 or more here. I got a 6. I take him out. He's gone. So we're up to 5 on this dice right now. There we go. And then we move here. I'd get the Cobalt Ally card, and I'll show you that. So the Cobalt allows me to manipulate some dice. Once per turn, you may reroll any non-hero roll. Immediately after it is rolled at the end of the turn, flip it over. And then on the other side, it's for 1 roll this turn, you may use the next highest dice for the type. So that he helps us, which is kind of neat. There we are. There's the Cobalt. So we'll just put him over here, just to remind us that we have a little helper. So we can go after the life token, which adds +2. I probably should have gone after it early because it's only going to push us back to 10. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go after... So the first thing we're going to do is gain our ability point, which is only 1. Then we're going to take this token, put it on our board. We're going to turn this dead end over. Dwarves. Magic attacks cannot be used this combat. That really sucks against 3 level 1 fighters or barbarians. I'm going to pull them out. Well, I just realized that my game was on pause. So I'm just going to recap rather than try to reset that all up. So we've climbed up to here. We took care of the righteous. We didn't take any damage here. We were able to kill these two fighters. We were able to transform, in which I was able to upgrade my agility by 2 by spending 2 ability. And then I came down to here, which was a arrow test. So I rolled a 7, didn't take any damage against my agility. So this is where we're at this point, is this tile here. We are down to 9 time, and wow, talk about old man. So I don't remember how much. I think we somewhere around righteous. So we, and then transform. You didn't miss anything exciting in terms of die rolls other than the 7 here, which allowed us to mitigate the arrows. So we're just going to go on from there. Probably not a bad thing anyway. That way you don't fall asleep. Here we go, narrow. So we're going to flip over. So we're going to gain that 4th. Then we're going to move here. Lose 1 might, 1 agility, or 1 time if you choose not to move back to this tile you came from and flip this tile over. Wow, I'm going to lose. I'm going to lose an agility. That's fine. We're going to move to the turn sequence. We're at the max, so I'm going to put myself down to 3. We gain an ability, but I should have done this last turn. You really have to manage your abilities really well so that you don't lose one, so that we can get a die on here. We will take our token here. We're still looking for 12, 14 monsters, and basically 8 turns, because we didn't turn that. There we go. There's make a magic check. So we are not getting many monsters. Our magic check is 8. We have to get a 6 or more, or we're going to lose 2 health. 1. Well, there's 2 health gone. And we're not fighting any monsters, which is not very cool. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're here now. Now what do we do? That is sad. Well, we're going to have to start clearing out this way in hopes that we find 14 monsters in basically what will amount to 7 turns at this point. So we're going to come back. We're going to gain our 4th ability. I'm going to spend my 4th ability to put this up to 2. We are going to lose a time, which takes us down to 7. We're going to go to the 4-way here, which is going to give us a bunch of options here. It says, add the hero's might stat to their magic stat when they attack. Well, that's nasty. We're going to be fighting a level 1 fighter and a level 1 wizard. There, remember to take it off pause. As you can see, he will be adding that, so he'll be rolling a d12 actually against my magic, which is an 8. So anything basically 8 or more is going to get him a hit, and then that's d6 for the fighter. And I do have my cobalt, so if I do want to, depending on how I want to fight, I can always go up to the next dice. But I think we're in good shape for agility attacks. So the first thing he's going to do is he's going to attack with his a d6. So basically he needs a 6 against my 12. He rolls a 4. Now he has 4 plus that is 10. So he's going to roll a d10 plus that magic as well. So it's 12. So he actually gets a d12 against my d8. So basically if he hits me with a 8 or more and he gets a 11, so he's going to take a hit. Oof. I really don't want to lose magic, but I'm starting to... Well, I still have that for 2, so let's take this down to 5. We're okay. Actually, yeah, take that down to 5. My turn. I am going to hit them with an agility, which is a 12. He's got a 3, so basically more than 3. Phew, 9. I'm getting rid of the hero. I don't want him to add that. So we're at a 5. The wizard is going to hit me for that. He hits me for 6. Wow, that's a crit. I'm going to take the hit in the magic. And I'm going to hit him with it doesn't matter, an agility or a D12. Basically anything more than 1 he's gone. Whew. 6. We have 12 to do. So, and then we move over to here. I'm going to take this to give me my +2 back, so I'm going to be at 7. We'll gain our ability point back, so we're going to go back to 4. Maybe we'll use one of our cards this time around. So we'll see what happens. We'll try to get these tokens. Hopefully they're a little bit better than what we got here. We're going to turn this over now. We're going to lose a time. Don't forget, Harry. Don't move. So we are at 6 now. If I could find it, we'll be at 6. Oh, there's the 6. We'll turn this over. Oh, we got a fight. Each hero must be defeated twice in this battle, which is something I did not do the last time. So we actually didn't do that here. So I obviously cheated. I don't know if I can correct that as easy as I'd like. We could say that we have to defeat these guys 3 times, I suppose. Does it really balance out? Probably does. But we'll see what happens. Okay. We'll use these 2 dice for now. So this is going to be our first attack. First it's a might attack, so he's going to roll a d6. He does not hit me. My best stat is probably a D12 for agility. So we're going to hit him for agility. I've got 1. So let's just take this guy down. So he's been defeated once. There we are. Okay, next up, he's going to roll his 6 again. He has to roll a 6. He rolled a 3, as you can see. I'm going to roll my agility. 11. Okay, we've killed him twice. But we said we want to do 3 times because of that, to correct that mistake here. So he's got to roll a 6 or more. Nope. I'm got to roll a 10. Yep. So he is actually dead. We have actually killed one. We can take... Well, I'm running out of D6 dice. Okay, that's fine. We'll put him here. We'll put him here. He has not been defeated. He has a level 4. If I can roll it. He's got a 2. I'm going to roll a D8 for the magic. Anything over 1 basically will kill him. 7. So he's been killed once. He rolls a D4. He rolls a 2. He needs a 4. I'm going to roll my D8 again. Anything basically is going to kill him. That's twice. And now we're going to roll 1 more. So the D4 again. He rolls a 2. Anything over 1, I roll 5. We kill him. Phew. Okay, we've killed him 3 times. That kind of compensates for not doing what we do here. Whew, we are down to 5 times. We have to find something big. Because I don't know, it's going to be super close. We still need to hit 10 mobs. Now the good news is most of these have at least 2. As long as I don't run into something that would do that, that would give me less than 2. Anyway, so we're going to come back up here. We're going to gain an ability point. I think what we're going to do is since we can't spend it, we're going to spend it to put this up to a 3. Again, I'm not managing my ability as good as I could. We are going to go to the next spot, which is here. Oh, timeless. Okay, when you are hit, this combat lose 1 time. Oh my gosh, that is a rogue and a wizard. So we're going to want to mitigate this probably with some of these dice to keep him from hitting me, because we don't have the time to waste here. So we have our wizard who's going to attack us for 6, and our rogue who's going to attack us for 4. With this late game, we have 3 ability points to achieve, so let's just see what we can do here. 3, again, up to 3 combined stat points to your might magic, and you may not upgrade a die. I don't think that's useful. Tunneling, play this card instead of exploring, place the direct up to 4 tiles away. Explore that instead. Ooh, that'll be a nice one. For now, let's not use any of these cards. We have our kobold who can help us if we have to use the next highest die if we want to attack something else. But I think we're good. If we hit with might, we should be fine. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to use our rogue who rolls a d4. He rolls a 4. So this is where this is going to come in now. I'm actually going to use this dice to manipulate this down to a 3 so that he doesn't hit me. So we just pull that off to the side so that we know that we have that dice, but it's been used. Now the wizard is going to throw. He's going to roll a 6. He does not. I am going to roll a d12, so anything more than 3 is a 6. I'm going to take out the wizard. That gives me 3. So there's lots of ways seemingly to mitigate stuff here. He rolls a 4 again, so he crits again, basically. I'm going to do the same thing with this guy. Roll the pip down, turn that to a 3, so he doesn't hit me. But I'm chewing away. I'm glad these come. Now I'm glad that this way to maneuver dice or manipulate dice is here. I am going to hit him for might, basically. Basically anything more than 2. 4, he's gone. I did not take this down, so we are actually sitting at 5 time. And we're up to 4. We have to kill 8 monsters in 4 time. So let's hit it. We have now moved over to here. We've destroyed our monsters. We get our ability point. I'm going to spend my ability point to get a 4 here. There we are. We have to decide which way we want to go. We have to find monsters. This is the deadly bit now. Oh, and we're going to take this down to 4. I think we just keep going. Let's hope. Monsters. Oh, good. 2 rogues. If you're hit by an agility attack, you lose 1 health and 1 agility. So we're going to have 2 level 1 rogues. So they're going to hit me with a d8. I have lots of these left to help maneuver dice if I have to keep from getting hit. I have to get these guys dead. So they're going to use a d8. There it is. Then there is an extra rogue above the 1. Here's perform an additional agility attack on the first round. So actually they're going to get 2 attacks. 8, which means he is going to attack, which means I am going to lose. However, I can use this last dice to manipulate that down so he doesn't hit me. And this is only a 3, not a 6. There we are. Okay, he's going to hit me again. He does it again. I'm going to do the same thing again. You can see that I am now chewing through my manipulation dice. A d12. I'm going to hit him with my might. 2. Swish. I did not hit them. Not so good. Okay, he can't hit me 15 or higher. He is going to roll an 8. 1. Swish. I am going to roll my d12. 3. Swish. Not doing good here, guys. He has to roll an 8. He rolls a 5. I have to roll a 4 more. Nope. He is going to roll again. 3. He misses. We are missing a lot. 2. I miss. Rose. 7. Not quite. Here we go. Any more? There we go. We finally got one. There we are. That's a 5. He is down to a D4 now. He hits me for 1. I'm still rolling a D12. Basically, anything over 2 is going to... anything over 2, he's gone. Dun, 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 dun. So we are 6. So we'll change that to a 4. We have 1 dice to go. And we now need to explore. We are getting down to it. This is a do or die situation. We move to here. Our choices are here or here. Let's go for this one. Oh, first thing we do is we're going to maneuver our die. 4. I'm going to put this up to 5 instead. We are then going to... We have to clear. Gain 1 health. This does not trigger an upgrade. Oh, we're going to go down to 3. So my health is... I'm going to gain a health, so I'm going to go back up to 8. So guys, we are down to do or die. We need a big 4, or else we're just not going to make this game. We're not going to win. We are going to run out of time. Okay, well. So we're going to take our ability point. We're going to put it over. So we have a 6. So we can take something big. I'm not going to use my ability. We're going to look at this there, so I'm going to take the token off. We're going to flip the token. We hope there's 4 on here. There is not. There's 3. Wow, okay. The heroes get 2 attacks prior to your first round. Now, interestingly enough, there are 4 on here. And I will show you this one, because it's interesting if I can pick it up. You can see there's question marks. So this actually has, there's a dice roll right here, and I'm going to roll this dice 3 times. And we'll see what we get. But we do get a wizard. And we could have wind up with multiples and all kinds of surprises. So I'm not quite sure. But the first thing we're going to do is we have at least 1 wizard. So let's pull him out. There he is. We're going to roll this dice once. And I rolled a heart. That is a -1 for me. So I'm actually down to 7 life now. So that makes it a little bit scary because I may not get 4. Okay, we have what looks like a wizard cleric. Yeah. Okay, we get 1 more roll. And another, oh, and a rogue. So there we are. So we have a rogue, a cleric, and a wizard. So we're going to get attacked with agility, magic, and a supporting character. We are down to 2. So I am going to take my 6 here. I'm going to, 3. And I am going to trigger this. And I'm going to use a D4, D6, D8, D10, D12. So 1 of everything, basically. If I have 1 of everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have blown everything here. We have no ability yet. As long as we can roll 15, we're good. Whoops, take the black dice out here. Oh yeah, we need the D4. So we have to roll 15, which shouldn't be too hard. We shouldn't have the D20 in here. There we go. We have 1. Oh my gosh. 5. This was a 4. 8, 10, 12. So we're going to lose 2. Lose that one. And the magic user. That's good. So that puts us up to a 3. Actually, would be a, yeah, 3. 3? No, sorry, 2. Because we were hoping for a 4 and a 2. So our rogue is going to roll his 4-sided dice and hits us. But I got plenty, so we might as well mitigate. Basically, I'm just going to hit him with a might, which is a d12 roll. Anything over 2 basically is going to kill him. Nope. Yay. I rolled a 2. So, he rolled a 3. I rolled a 1. Wow. This is really starting to suck. Not that I think we can... 3, nope. My turn, anything over 2. There it is, 9. There we go. So we are at 3. We have 1 shot at this. We need 3. And the heroes get it done. So they actually got an extra shot at that. Which would have been... Sorry, I made a mistake. So the wizard would have hit me for 6, 7. So he would have hit a d8, really. Oh, I got rid of them. That's right. So he would have actually just got a d4 on me. So we do have to do an extra attack. d1 didn't make a difference. So we are here now. We are at, this is it, guys. Top of the turn, we have 1 ability point. We have a couple of Diemons here to help us if we need them. But we are down. This is do or die. We need to figure out where there might be 3 monsters. Anything less than 3, we lose. Or I lose. And you just can watch me lose. Here we go, guys. Where do I want to go? I can buy time. Yes, I can. Never mind. We're going to go here. So we're going to get our ability point, which is good. So we're going to go to, we spent that all on here to off that. So that's fine. So we have 1 ability point. We're going to take our 2 token here. I'm going to spend this 2 token. Gives me +2. So actually from 1, we can go to 3. I almost forgot about that. Thank goodness. We'll spend that token. And then let's flip this over. And here it is. Gain up to 2 ability points if the max already use an ability for free instead. Oh. I am not. And there are 4 on that. 1 of basically each. So I'm going to put my ability up to 3, which is nice. And we had blown that. So we have a dice. We have cards. So we might, what is the 3? Maximize. Gain up to 3 combined stat points to your magic ability. Oh, you may not upgrade your die that way. Huh. Well, I'm going to, up to 3, I'm going to take might, ability, and magic. I can't, so that's 12. I'm just going to take it here. I'm going to spend all 3. I'm going to take that to 8. Okay, so we have used that. We have no ability. This is the do or die round. We have our kobold. We have lots of dice manipulation. We have 1 of each. Let's just get that out of the way. We have a rogue, a wizard, a cleric, and a barbarian. This is it, folks. Do or die. This is the place that we're on. Let's just bring that down. So this is our last fight. We'll put these out here. We really just have to defeat 2 of these. They're going to get 1 of each attack. So his first attack is a might attack, which is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which is a d10. I against my 12, so he basically has to roll a 10. It's a good thing I was paying attention to that. Could you imagine if I did not remember that? I would have been pooched. He does not roll. He rolls a 4. Agility attack is next. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So he gets a 10. He does. He rolls a 10. I can take the health hit. Actually, you know what? We'll just manipulate that off. So he rolls a 9. Lucky me. And then the wizard is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So he gets a D10 too. He rolls an 8 against my 8. He actually hits. So I'm going to have to do the same thing again. I'm going to have to manipulate this down to a 3. You would think that I would know where a 3 is, which is the other side of a 4 on a dice. There it is. He does not hit me. Now I get to roll 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 2, 3. Now I do have a couple Diemons, so this is going to be very helpful at the very end here. So do I want to attack with magic? Magic might be the best place. 1, no, that's 10. They're all around the 9, 10 range. I have 12. Might is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Agility is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Magic is 7, 10. So either might or and I have a Diemon. Okay, so we're going to go with a might attack, which is a D12. And this is I'm going to show you and perhaps a cobalt too. But it's okay, I think. We'll use a Diemon if we need to. So that'll add to our dice. I roll a 9, which is not enough. So I will take one of my Diemons, which is a D20, which I'll keep. I'm going to roll a D8. So basically anything. I roll anything. 2, great. Okay. So what is the best to take out? I think the magic user. Let's get rid of the magic user. Actually, I think the cleric. Let's get rid of the cleric. Okay, it is their turn again. There we go. Get rid of that. Okay, it's their turn. 6, 7. So he gets a D8 for. So the might attack is a D8. He has to hit an 8. He does. He hits an 8. So I'm going to manipulate that down to a 7, so he doesn't hit. So we are running out of those. The rogue is going to hit 4, 6, 7, so he gets a D8 as well. He has to hit an 8. He does not. The wizard gets an 8 against my 8, so he has a 5. Nope. It is my turn. I'm going to roll. Doesn't really matter. I'm going to roll a might roll again, which is 12, a D12. Against what looks like 9, so I have to have a 10, 11, 12, but I do have that as well. I have a 6. I missed. I could use this for the. I'm not going to spend that. Okay, I missed. It's just not high enough to make me feel comfortable. So we're going to go back. Everything is basically a D12, 10. So first the might, and he's going to need a 10. They all need 10. 7, he misses. The rogue has a 10. 7, he misses. 6, 7, 8. We have an 8-sided dice for our wizard. Basically, he needs an 8. He does not. It is my turn again. I'm going to do a might roll, which is the D12. Another 6. I'm going to leave it, and we're going to do it again. So we got a 10 for a. So he has 9, which he doesn't get. The agility, magic, he got an 8. So I'm down to this. I'm going to manipulate that down to a 7, so he can't hurt me. It is my turn now for a D12 against a 9. Actually, I'm going to roll agility because I just realized that's a 7. Actually, they're all 7s. 4, 5, 6, 7. I probably... That's okay. Just to mix it hard. So I need a 7. There's a 6. Let's use this D20. Basically, I just need to roll anything. There it is. 12. We kill one. Let's go with the wizard. So that actually is... That's 4. So we really just have to defeat these last 2. There we go. So we're down to a 6, two 6s. First a 4 for the barbarian, a 5 for that, for the rogue or agility. I'm going to roll my D12 against against the barbarian. I can use might. It's fine. I need a 6 or more. That's a 9. We take care of this guy. Bang, he's gone. We are down to the rogue. If he rolls a 4, he rolls a 2. I can roll might, so anything over 2 will kill him. 11, he is gone. I get my 6 dice, so I've completed the 5 dice that I need here. That is die in the dungeon. I did not die in the dungeon today, which is always a good thing. This is a good lightweight game. It is fun to play, easy to set up, easy to tear down. If you're looking for a good quality game in terms of components, the components are excellent. I am looking forward to Wes's next game called Questros, which I have backed. I'm also looking to get the minis, so the minis will be coming for these as opposed to the acrylics, which, again, you know, the acrylics are really cool. But all in all, fun game. I want to thank you for watching. My name is Harry Jacobs. I am the North of 60 Gamer. So, for the North of 60 Gaming channel, if you like what you saw today, hit the like button. If you want to subscribe, I would be appreciative. If you want notifications so you don't miss anything that I do, hit the bell. So, thanks, guys. I'm going to go enjoy my day. I've got a lot of editing to do here now to get this up. So, have a great Easter weekend.